Welcome to Dreams Inspire Reality Podcast with Tara Darnley, a podcast for creatives looking to turn their dreams into reality with practical strategic steps from everyday people and entrepreneurs who are living their best lives possible. Dreams inspire reality. Turn your dreams into reality. Dreams inspire reality.
Hello, guys. Welcome to today's episode. I'm super excited about my guest today, the beautiful Pamela Booker. She was actually scheduled to be on last season, but she's so busy. She couldn't make it. But I'm glad she's on today, and I'm going to let her introduce herself because she's all that. I'm not even going to read her bio. I'm going to let her do the introduction herself. So Pam, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. You are so crazy. You are so awesome and amazing for taking the time to have me on your amazing podcast. And I love the name Dreams Inspire Reality. So that's just perfect. So, hey guys, my name is Pamela Booker. I am the CEO and creator of Koils by Nature, all natural hair and skincare company that was founded in Temple Hills, Maryland, way back in 2009. I'm a former computer engineer and I served in the United States Army. I created this company due to necessity, newly natural, needed products that will actually work and absorb into my skin and my hair. So I started doing a lot of research, and Koils by Nature was born. As this year, 2018, we are found in Target, select Target stores, Rite Aid, Bed Bath & Beyond, Harmon Brothers, and beauty supply stores. So that is it. Now we are in Atlanta, Georgia, me, my husband, and my children. So yes, that's about it.
Yay. See, she just said that all like, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's why we couldn't get her on, guys. She was busy. But I'm so happy to have you on. And first question I always ask my guests is, are you living your dream life?
I really am. I just talked about that. I think it was today. I really am. I know what it feels like to live the dream God has put in your heart. And being an entrepreneur is very hard work, but it's so rewarding. And it's just, you just wake up every day like with a smile and with gratefulness in your heart. So I'm really, really living my dream.
I love that. A lot of people we have tons of dreams. Everyone always has dreams, but sometimes we lack the resource, the drive, and even the capital to turn our dreams into reality. How are you able to turn your dreams into reality? Because I know you mentioned that, from reading about you and just knowing you, just like you started like in your kitchen. So for those listening, that's, probably at that stage now, like how were you able to start from your kitchen to now having your products literally all over the nation?
Thank you. Just like doing research and being an expert in the field. So I went national in 2007, but I did not create the product line until 2009, and it didn't launch until 2010. So I had a lot of time to do research, see what other companies were already out there doing this. And let me tell you, it wasn't a lot. Even now, it's still not enough of us doing this, creating amazing all-natural hair and skincare products for women of color with kinky, textured hair. So just being an expert in the field, knowing your field like you know your field, that's the best advice that I can give anybody who is in their kitchen listening to this or in their basement or have that nudge to start any business, but especially product making. Like just be an expert in your field, like know what the trends are, know what the customers are looking for, your potential customers are looking for, and just be on top of that.
I love that you said that the market still room for more because, you hear all the time, well, the beauty industry is crowded. We don't need no more beauty products. But you were able to find like your own target audience and your niche. And like you said, you became an expert in your field. So for someone looking to start, like how can they become an expert in their field? Like what would set them apart? What sets Koils by Nature apart from all the other brands on the market?
It's me. I said the difference. I'm the difference in all of the other hair products on the market. We strive on having excellent ingredients, but then I come on and I am doing a live videos. I am talking about the product. I'm an at shows. I am really with the customer, seeing what their needs and their wants are and trying to fulfill those needs and wants. So like right now, just like shea butter has been huge since I got in this market in 2009. So everything has shea butter, even the bigger brands, shea butter, coconut oil, all these amazing butters that we have been using for years. Now it's a hot ticket item, so just find something that could match your personality, that could match who you are and make you the face of the company. So that's how I set myself apart, because I'm the face of the company. I am the person that's doing the live videos and talking about the products. So I would recommend that.
So you are the know, like, trust factor. And so for anyone listening, because we have a lot of introverts that's listening, so they're probably like, you know what? And I'm one of those, like, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I'm not about to be in front of the camera. Nobody wants to see my face. Like, yeah, that works for you, but I don't think it's going to work for me. Like, what advice do you have for those people, the introverts out there listening?
Especially like live videos. Like a lot of people, and even me, I get nervous when I get on live, when I hit that live button. But what I would say is, what message do you want to get across for your company? And do you want somebody else to tell that message and say that message? Or do you want to be able to tell your message and tell your story? Because like you said, that know, like, trust factor, they got to know you to like you, to buy from you. It's key. Okay. It is really, 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 really key. So just get out there and do it, and then do it continuously so you can get used to it, and you start building an audience, and you start building a following, and they get used to you coming on, and they look forward to you coming on. So just get out there and do it, like baby steps.
I love it. So I know this is like completely just the beginning for Koils by Nature. Like people might like, oh my gosh, she did it. But I know you are like, nope, this is just the beginning. So what is the vision, Koils by Nature?
Right now, the vision is to be in 2 million households by 2020.
Yes.
We want to be a household name. And when you look at our target market and like the spending of African Americans, it was just put out that it's still at $1.3 trillion. And the beauty industry is $85 billion business. Just I think conditioners and shampoos alone, it's like 40 billion. It's ridiculous, the amount of money that is out there where everybody can eat really, really, really good off of their own slice of the pie. So I just want to make myself a household name. I want to be that Blue Magic. I want to be that Crown Royal, that household name, those legacy brands. Like if you put up a picture of Blue Magic, Crown Royal, Sulfur 8, like women all over different age groups, they know what that is. I want people to know Koils by Nature. I want it to be a household name, and it's so good for you. I want it to be affordable for everybody, so it could be a household name. So that's vision right now for Koils by Nature.
And that can definitely happen because all the companies that you just made, you have better ingredients. So that's
right.
That's the start. So that's going to be completely easy. I can see that already. So for those who are looking to go into retail, because I think some people think it's like, oh, it's just a walk in the park. It's so easy. But you've been in the game for a long time, and you've said you've turned down people. So what made you decide like, okay, now is the time to get into retail? And can you tell some of our listeners that's looking to take that path, like what are some of the things they should be doing to prepare themselves if they are trying to get into retail?
Absolutely. So getting into retail, it is not easy. But with me, because I was one of the pioneers for like this new natural, not just lock products, because back in the day, even, just a few years ago, when you say you were going natural, they was always associated with the lock community. People were always asking me, are you going to lock your hair? And even when I would go to vending shows in 2010, it was heavy people with locks. So with this line that you can do wash and goes and twist outs and all of these new terms that I never heard about when I went natural in 2007, we developed a market for this. So when I was approached to join a team to go into Target, I was still in my basement in Temple Hills, Maryland. So at that time, I really wasn't ready. And it was 2013. And then in 2014, when they came to me, I really, really wasn't ready. Even though I moved to Atlanta, had the space, just it went through some family tragedy, and I just wasn't ready to do that right now. And then in 2016, I got approached by the largest distributor of products to beauty supply stores. So I was going to not take it because I was in a space that I was afraid to be successful. And I was afraid of success because I didn't want my friends and my family to look at me different. I didn't want them to think of me as anything different than, this Geechee girl from Beaufort, South Carolina. But I had to realize that was not a part of my why. And I'm still going to be that person, but I have to grow and I have to do things to create this generational wealth for my family. So that was the first big deal that we did. And the rest came next. So it's all about the number one thing with retail. It's two big things with retail. You have to know your numbers. You have to know how much it costs to make that product down to the penny with your rent in it, and make sure it's in there. All these factors, how much you would pay an employee to do that job, how much the shea butter costs, coconut oil, BTMS. You have to know gloves, everything. You have to know your numbers. What are your cost of goods sold? What does it cost for you to make this one product? And that's really important because you need to know what your margins are. A lot of people want to go retail, but they can't even do wholesale because their numbers are not together, and they can't offer a 40% or 45% off because they won't make any money. So knowing your numbers and having great packaging, those are the two that I would recommend.
You said it like it's so easy, but it's so funny because, once we learn those things, we know, okay, we had that ready. But I think so many people, like you said, they don't understand the cost of goods, that alone. You'll ask people okay, what's your cost of goods? What is going to be your wholesale price? And they're like, what? So what are some of the resources that you could quickly give the audience or the listeners, what helped you to figure these things out? Because, some people are just probably listen, what is she talking about? What is the cost of goods? What is that? Because they literally just starting out, and our podcast is really focused on those people. So what are some resources that you can give on how people can find out those things?
I highly recommend, it's a program called Price-O-Matic by Leila Barker. It is absolutely amazing. One of the best investments I've ever made in my business was investing in Leila Barker and her programs. But Price-O-Matic, it is amazing. You can plug in your numbers, factor in your shipping, how much your bottles cost, everything. You just put it in and boom, it calculates it for you. It lets you know what your margins are, how much money you would make if you sell to distribution, wholesale. Even if you were to have a sale, if you wanted to have a 30% off sale, it will let you know how much money you can make. So that is perfect because you can plan things. You can say, okay, this is my goal for the month. I need to make this amount of money and I'm going to have this sale and it's going to be 25% off. You can plug in those numbers. They'll let you know how much you would make per item. If you happen a 25% off sale or whatever, you'll know how much you will profit. So I think that right there is one of the best investments that I've ever made. It takes time to put in. It takes time to put in the information. But once you put it in, you are golden. You are golden, and you're able to adjust, and you're able to say, wow, I'm paying this amount for this. Maybe I can find this cheaper somewhere. Seeing it all laid out is different. Or maybe you can say, I'm paying $5 for 16 ounces of olive oil. But if I buy a gallon of olive oil, it's only $32. So you would save more buying the gallon for $32 instead of buying 16 ounces for $16 or whatever. So when you have your numbers in front of you and you can see it, you can see ways to save, you can see ways to cut, and then you can see what your margins really are and if you're making money.
All facts. And there you have it. She gave you guys an amazing resource. So make sure you look that up if you are unsure of your cost of goods. And I want to go back to Pam mentioning just packages. For us, I could totally relate. We got into Babies R Us just with our package. It was just clear to understand the product. So your package cannot be looking janky. The fonts, just have everything ready to go before you even try to approach a retailer. Pam, can you share with us, after the process of getting into retail, what are some of the things should we be prepared for after getting into retail that you could share with our audience? Because I think people think, yeah, I made it. Now we're in retail, and it's over. That's not about the reality, right?
No.
So can you tell us like what to prepare for if, someone's like just got into retail and they're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for this. Like, what are some tips to get sales coming through? And what are some tips that you're using right now?
Yeah. So getting in a Target is a humongous deal, and we wanted to control our growth. So we only wanted to go to the top 50 stores first because we want to make sure we exceed our goals. So with getting in a Target, when the product hit the shelves, even before, when you can announce, you have to create this type of buzz and you have to constantly let people know that you are sold in Target. So that means social media posts, Facebook ads, just letting people know. We even had a contest, which was great. We'll be bringing it back. If you show us a Target receipt, if you email it to us, we will give you a free item. Like a free full-size item. So that went off really, really well because you got people going into Target, taking pictures of themselves and taking a picture of their receipt. They went and bought a product so they could get a free product that's not available in Target. So doing things like that, but you have to constantly promote. You have to constantly let people know that you are in those stores because you got to get that foot traffic in there. So constantly promoting, having a dope graphic artist that could crank out, material for you and post and posters and images for you is key too, because once you get in there, it is your job to get the people in the stores to get your products off of the shelf.
Wait, you mean they don't just know you're magically there and they're just going to go there?
No, they don't. They don't feel like,
Girl.
oh yeah, my nature's going to fly off of the shelves because I'm going to wish it away. I hope.
But what you did, Pam, I must give you credit for this. What you did goes back to what you first said in the beginning is the know, like, trust factor, because you built that audience. They were running to the store. Like people were upset. Like, girl, I went and was sold out because you built that know, like, trust factor. And not only that, you were on live all the time telling us, like reminding us, because everyone is so busy and sometimes people forget. But now you know, like, oh, I was watching Pam and she said she was on live. Oh, I'm here at Target picking up something. Let me go look around see if I could pick it up. So guys, it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm there and that's it. Like if you want to follow the Pat or someone who's been doing it and who's doing it well, make sure you're following her. Take notes for sure because she's the deal. So I love that tip. And one tip I would actually give that worked for us is when we ran ads on Facebook, we ran ads to the zip codes of the stores we were in.
Yeah.
That, if you guys are in retail, do that. That works amazing. So for sure. Because I know like we are like often the face of our brand, but we have tons of amazing help behind the scenes. And for you, your husband is actually a huge part of your team.
Yes.
And for anyone out there that's working with their spouse, can you give some tips on like how to make that process smooth? Smooth. Because I was like, what's the best word to use? Because we all know it ain't smooth.
I know, because it's like he get on my nerves. I know I get on his nerves. But I was telling an entrepreneur whose husband is working with them and he's going to start working with them. And I told her, I said, having my husband, somebody who has your back like no other, who supported my dream when I just came home and said, you know what? I don't want to go back to work anymore. I'm going to do this Koils by Nature thing full time. And he was like, okay, and that was in 2009, November, just to have somebody who supports you unconditionally. And when he came on full time, because he was still working a full-time job, when he came on full time 2 years ago, it's like our business exploded. It was like, because I've been begging him for a long time, but you can't force anybody to come into your dream. That's my dream. This Koils by Nature is my dream. It's the gift that God gave me. So you can't just say, oh, come into business with me and support. This is our business, because it's always been our business. But for him to come in full time, and he came in like full speed, wanting to know and learn. And he has been such a major asset. So my husband is a very private person. You won't see him on live a lot. If you do, you're seeing the top of his head. I'm washing his hair, something like that. He's warming up to it, but he's very private. So I respect his privacy. I learned to listen. I learned to listen because, when you've been in the industry so long, you think you know everything, but it is so good to get like a logical perspective because he is the yin to my yang. I would create a million products, but he's the one like, whoa, 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 let's put these numbers in. Like he was the one that did Price-O-Matic, not me. He went in there and put those numbers in and he works the numbers and everything. So he does. He's a former computer engineer also. So he's a very, very logical thinker. He like Excel spreadsheets like no other, honey. So I just be like, put it in a PowerPoint slide for me. But he likes Excel spreadsheets. He's great with the numbers. So he's such an amazing asset just being on full time. I already had his support anyway, but just being in it full time, it just, changed. It changed our business. So you got to be patient. You can't be bossy. I have the tendency to do that.
I'm just going to mute. I was like muting myself because I'm over here dying because I'm like, are we married to the same person? Because I'm like, okay, let me shut up. Let me just take notes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But he's great. He's been a great asset. Having somebody to support your dream is truly amazing because this world is full of dream killers. And a lot of dream killers don't even know that they're killing your dream. And they love you so much that they don't want to see you fail. So then they try to kill your dreams. You know what I'm saying? So to have somebody to support my dreams unconditionally, like I can say, baby, I want to go to the moon and open up Koils by Nature on the moon. And he will be researching, how can we get there and how much jet fuel we're going to need. That's what I have. So he has been an amazing asset. I let him know probably once a month how awesome he is.
We're going to up that to every day, okay?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
I know I'm blessed. He's a tremendous asset to Koils by Nature. And when he's ready to, be public and more seen, then he will do that. But I'm not forcing him into it.
When that day comes, I'll also be taking notes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you already know. We don't even see him in a private group.
Girl, you don't even see mine. So
I know.
He's there though. I tell everybody, I'm like, he's there. Like every decision is made with him.
Yep.
There. So I think it's like something we just have to respect. And like you said, we become like the face of the brand. So we just have to like, okay, that's fine. They're there. And we just have to respect their privacy and love on them behind the scenes. Because we gonna make this work.
Absolutely.
We gonna make this work. But I absolutely love that. And I think a lot of women are in the same position where they work with their spouse and they just don't want to be in the spotlight, and but we know that they are there with it, through us. So I love that for sure. We're gonna go into the fun round, and I'm gonna ask you some fun questions.
Okay.
So this one is super hard for everyone that comes on because we all know amazing entrepreneurs. But who is your favorite entrepreneur?
My favorite entrepreneur right now in this moment in history is Sharice Jones of Sassy Jones Boutique.
Yay, I love Sharice. We all love Sharice.
She is my favorite. At this moment in history, that sister is out here really doing it. I'm talking about on a level that is amazing. And this is just the beginning for her, So she has developed this amazing tribe of women, and her private group, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen so many women filled with confidence posting every single day, like selfies and what they got and encouraging each other. And, oh, girl, you look good. And yes, honey, I love that. And then they'll buy my products and they'll support me in the group. I'm like, what is this? She has just the best personality, the best spirit, and her company is truly amazing. So she is my favorite entrepreneur right now. To see where she came from in her dining room to her own brick and mortar store
And we all remember that, who's been following Sharice from day one.
Black Biz Scope, just from that. And then to Black Enterprise, $1 million in business already. Like, she is just truly amazing. So she is my absolute favorite right now because she is mastering all parts right now in entrepreneurship. She is mastering all parts right now.
Through hard work, because that girl work hard.
She doesn't.
She girl work hard.
She works. Absolutely.
You've seen it. I think what makes her incredible, and guys, if you are not familiar with Sharice, she was actually on last season, so you could go check her episode out. But I think what's amazing with her is we all feel like we've been a part of her journey because we've all seen it. And so it's like, okay, you have no excuses. This woman has twins. She doesn't even act like she had. I'm sometimes like, wait, do you remember you got 2 whole kids? Like,
twins.
2.
They're only 3 years old.
Yeah. So we got no excuse. We got to just like level all the way up. And it's amazing to see someone that looks like us, and just doing it. So we all, girl, it's just our year. It's our year. It's our year.
It's our decade.
It's our decade.
It is our decade because we've been for a very long time on a high level. It is our decade. And the next decade will be our decade too. We are out here and we are not quitting. We are not.
It's going to be our kids' decade and our kids' girl.
Yes.
Let us not stop preaching. What is your latest business win?
My latest business win is we secured a deal that I'll be able to announce soon in Dallas, Texas, with a large distributor. So we secured a deal with a large distributor in Dallas, Texas.
And you actually had a win today.
Yes!
How you going to forget that win?
I know. Yes, my business is finally trademarked. Koils by Nature. Y'all, don't do it the way I did, please. Please don't. Let me tell you, just don't.
That was very risque. But you did it. You did it.
I did it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. God is good.
Okay. All the time. What is your favorite business tool?
My favorite business tool is Infusionsoft. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It is my favorite business tool because I love going in there and building landing pages, and you can see how the customer buys, connects with Shopify. What is that thing called? Revenue Conduit. Because I'm a former computer engineer too. So I love that aspect of it too. I like going in there and seeing things work a certain way. So Infusionsoft is mine.
That's why you like it. Somebody said it's called Confusionsoft, and I agree.
I know.
What was the last book you read?
The last book I read, it was...
She's going to get it. She's going to get it. She's actually going in her book bag to get it, guys.
Yeah, it is. Not even in here anymore because I finished it. What's his name? His name, black man from Baltimore. He brokered like one of the biggest deals. He was like essentially the first black billionaire. Man, I'm gonna have to give it to you because I cannot. It is really escaping my brain right now.
You better dig in that bag.
I know. Next question. I'll get it.
Sure. So what was the last business failure and the lesson you learned from it? And it doesn't have to be something major. It could just be like something simple that you were like, oh man, I wish I didn't do this. And this is what I learned from it. And this is what I'm not going to do again.
Oh, so this is recent. So we had this major like one-time offer for people. And we didn't factor in the shipping of that thing because, like I said, Price-O-Matic will let you know when you're making money. So we were going to make money on it. And even with us not factoring the shipping, we still made money. But some of the shipping, it was not flat rate, honey. Some of the shipping was $10.95 and it was free shipping on the item. So when you are shipping 200 and 300 packages and they are not paying shipping on it, I told my husband, I was like, oh no, we can't do this anymore. We cannot do this anymore. So that thing that we had, it had free shipping in there. We took that out quickly. Like, no. So we were like, we can't do that no more.
That's a big lesson.
Yeah.
What was the last good deed that was done for you? The last time someone did something really nice.
The last time somebody did something really nice. For me, you know what? My Koils crew, my ambassadors, they're amazing. Everything that they share when they do their videos and everything, I just love it so much because they don't get paid for it like influencers do, but they do it because they love the product and they love me. And that just make my heart smile.
And the last question, the best advice that you have for listeners who are looking to become successful entrepreneurs like yourself, like what are some of the things that you would definitely advise them to do or not to do or to start doing?
Let me tell you, I just read this quote by Les Brown, and I'm not reading it all of the way, but he said that the graveyard is the richest place on earth because it's filled with the best songs, the best inventions, the cures, because people were so afraid to start. So the best advice that I could give you is to just start. Don't be afraid to start. Like, it takes so much courage to even say your dream out loud. Finish that thing. Finish it. Just go ahead and start. A lot of people have beautiful dreams in their heart and in their heads, and they write it down and they'll talk about it on social media, but they never start. You talk to them 2 years later. Hey, did you ever do that thing? You ever write that book? You ever made that candle? Oh no. Just start. Just start. I promise you. You put in some hard work and your why is in place. You know why you want to do this thing. I promise you, like circumstances, situation, and things will work in your favor when you are living the dream that God has put in your heart. So just start.
And that is why she's successful, guys. She started. She took her dreams and she made them reality. This was an amazing interview, well overdue. I'm glad you made the time for us, Miss Busy Mouse.
Found the book too.
Yes, what's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun?
Oh, I've heard about that one.
Lewis created a $1 billion business empire.
Yeah, that's on my reading list too. So I'm definitely going to check that out now. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate you for taking the time. You still owe us like a group live. I know this was supposed to be live tonight. They were actually messaging me like, are you guys coming on or what? So we're definitely going to have them follow up with the questions, and we're definitely going to invite you back on in the day to come in and just peep in and share some of your genius with everyone. I appreciate you, and I wish you guys all the best continued success. And looking forward to watching you soar even more, sis.
You too, honey. You too. You are amazing. You and your husband. Y'all, so keep doing it. Keep showing. You know, we are the example. When I saw Lisa Price sitting on that couch on Oprah, I never thought then when I saw her that I would make products. But because I was in the back of my head and I saw her 4 or 5 years before, that was still in the back of my head. And I was like, wow, this is possible. She started in her kitchen. So when you have people like us on the show, when we started in our kitchen and in our dining rooms and with children, with babies, my son was 2 years old at the time. We give people that hope. And people who look like us, we give them that hope that you don't have to have fancy schooling. You don't have to have a rich dad or a rich uncle. Like, you just have to have that drive and that want to be great and to do something amazing. So thank you for creating this amazing platform.
Oh, we literally all made something out of nothing.
Yes.
Something out of nothing.
Powerful.
And not even something. We made amazing brands out of nothing.
Yes, honey.
Amazing brands. So I'm just like somebody recently asked me, they said, how are you finding your guests? And I said, I just know amazing people.
Absolutely.
I just know amazing people. So it just forces you to be amazing. It forces you to be amazing. You have no choice. You can't be mediocre.
No.
So I hope you guys are really listening and just know that it's hard for us every day. It's hard for us to just like continue this journey. I'm sure, Pam, you quit like a million times like I do every day.
Every Tuesday and Thursday.
But our why keeps us going. You guys keep us going, because when you guys see us and you guys tell us how we inspire you, that you don't know how that makes us feel. Like, that just keeps us going. So when you see someone that you admire, just let them know. Like, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't take away from you or them. Just let them know that you admire them. Like, if I know a lot of people are like, oh, I follow you, but I'm scared to talk to you. We don't bite. Like, we really don't bite.
No, we don't.
As long as you say good morning and good afternoon.
Right. Please greet me. Thank you.
Please greet us. We don't bite, but we are here for you guys. Like, this is what this community is about. This is what this podcast is about. And just having someone on here, who's doing amazing things to take the time out, of her day. She's tired. Like, we're taping this at 11 o'clock at night. She's tired. So thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it. And I'm really, really proud of you and your husband and your family. And I know it's like, this is just the beginning. So I just can't wait to see what the future holds, for real.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. So again, guys, dream big and execute hard, and look forward to sharing with you guys some amazing entrepreneurs coming up this season. Bye.
Dreams inspire.